Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's get right into it. The moon is in Libra, your polarity sign. Libra rules seventh house. Seventh house is all about relationships and really not being your own secret enemy by linking up with energies who could end up stabbing you in the back, right? Let's get into it. Shall we, right? So whatever cycles you need to close out with energies, you want to make sure you try to close them out in love. So if you have to close out a cycle of with a job, you want to close it out in love. People, places, or things. A job would be a thing, right? So you want to close out the cycles in love. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on in the spiritual streets. Again, it's Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Let's get into it. I am my only competition. That's it. You don't have any. You don't have any competition. It's you versus you. It's you versus you, and you are enough. All right, let's get into the getting into's in your reading. Let's see, this card will jump out. Okay, here's a string card. You're a person who looks like you wear your heart on your sleeve, right? So yeah, Seven of Swords came out in reverse. Somebody could be wondering why something. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody could be wondering why something. An Aquarius could be wondering why something. I feel like this is somebody that you could be linked with now. Like you may link arms with them. There is maybe y'all are friends. Let me see. Let me get some more information. Because if coming out in reverse is like coming clean with something, or like rethinking some kind of an approach or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're rethinking something before you cut something off. Like you're rethinking something before you completely cut something off, because something must have come to light. Because when it's upright, it's deceptive, it's betrayal, it's getting away with something, but it's came out in reverse. And person wears their heart on their sleeve. This is what you have in common with somebody. Is like meek does not mean weak, but somebody is now rethinking something, like rethinking an approach. Somebody was coming clean about something, right? Something has come full circle as far as boundaries are concerned. Somebody must have talked about enforcing some kind of boundaries. But somebody spoke up and said something. That's what this is. Somebody added some clarity to a situation. You may have added some clarity to a situation, but somebody else may have added their clarity to a situation as well, right? To help you to see something from a higher frequency, right? That sacrifices have been made. What's interesting about the Hangman is Neptune is about to go retrograde on July 4th in Aries, right? So, yeah. Yeah, so I feel like money is coming to you and someone. Yeah, money is coming to you and someone. But you want to look at it also like you're not necessarily, the money is coming from source, just so we're crystal clear. Money is coming from source. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because two karmics, there's two of pentacles here. I mean, yeah, two of pentacles. Two karmics. Um, because the six of pentacles is connects us with Taurus, right? So a Taurus was paid to do something, and then a Capricorn is somehow connected to something, right? So two karmics play some kind of role in lowering the value, somebody's value, you're in somebody's value and reputation in some way, shape, form, or fashion, like your money and some kind of value and reputation in something. So somebody brought some kind of clarity to some kind of light. So if somebody must have spoke to somebody and brought something to light. So um, money is coming from these two energies. Because you're now getting ready to see something from a higher frequency. Yeah. A secret came out. Also, you're about to start listening to your body. Like I always say on my channel, like when the moon moves through these phases, your body is also very telling. Your spirit is trying to tell you from through your body. Like for instance, the moon being in Libra, it affects your skin. It could affect your skin, your veins, your urinary bladder, your kidneys. You know, you can start emotionally eating and just like, okay, why am I eating? Like, you know, stuff that I normally wouldn't be eating. All of a sudden you're itching or your skin is tingling or whatever is going on. Um, yeah, something could be come to a close, right? Something that you hear could be really, really disappointing, could be heartbreaking, could like as you're trying to heal something, it could feel like unraveling something again. But you could be like motive. Somebody could tell you something, could just like really just be maybe heartbreaking. Yeah, here's a star card here. hmm Something that'll affect your 11th house. That could affect your 11th house, connects you with your friendships, your community, your goals, your hopes, your wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, your technology, the future, something that could affect your future, to hear something. So you may have thought that somebody saw you as competition. Yeah, here we have the Knight of Cups here. When somebody could have really been, you know, looking, yeah, you could have had, I feel like this energy for somebody, um, somebody had a Pisces and a Leo in their life that could have come across as like this knight in shining armor. That's what Knight of Cups is, like a Pisces and a Leo, a Pisces and or a Leo. Um, there's some kind of like somebody's like secretly jealous of you, and something is coming out like maybe like secretly jealous of your relationships or like secretly jealous of your love relationships or something, right? Um, So a lot of information is coming out. So that's what we talk about, like learning how to create very firm boundaries and enforcing those boundaries. If something is closed out, right? Something is closed out, and now somebody's rethinking a whole lot of things instead of just being impulsive. Somebody is rethinking a whole lot of things now, and so um, somebody could have told you that somebody sees you as competition when really it could have just been their competitive nature projecting something onto you. So something is over, you're on the rebirth side. Something is over and you're on the rebirth side. So again, we're still talking about relationships. Still talking about relationships. Right? Still talking about relationships here. Yeah. And there is a Libra that is just heartbroken. There's a Libra that is just heartbroken. Or somebody could be saying, just like heartbroken about feeling like something is some kind of an injustice, or why, or somebody's being cut off, or something is happening here, right? Here's a 7 of Cups here. But yeah, something is very nostalgic for someone. So Source wants you to keep your vibrations very, very high. Source needs you to keep your vibrations high, both in your personal and your professional life, because you have love trying to come in, and it's like somebody gets some information, and this is how it usually happens, and that's why I don't talk about humility on my channel, because it's like you could have an extreme high, and you can have an extreme high and then have an extreme low all in the same day, and so it's really what you choose to focus on, right? Um, and so if you choose to focus, let's say for instance, you just get that big raise you just said you wanted, right? And then all of a sudden you get a phone call that, it's like throws everything out of alignment, right? You can go into prayer warrior mode and say, I'm going to pray about that thing so I can get back over here to start focusing. Some people will feel like, oh, you're being selfish. That's them judging you, right? But you could say, you know what? It's time for me to live a softer life. It's time for me to say I need to celebrate something that I've been praying for a change. Even if I need to go walk somewhere and go celebrate myself, right? Celebrate for myself. But somebody has been working really, really hard and balancing some things out here. And yeah, yeah, something is over. Something is over. Yeah, something is over. Yeah, something around a 3-letter word. Yeah, something is over. And so looking for fairies. Hmm. So spend some time with friends. Spend some time with friends. And fairies would be like fairy tales. Like people who like offer these fairy tales. About things like we know like fairy tales like Alice in Wonderland, Hansel and Gretel. Those would be fairy tales. I even think there's a song by Anita Baker, and I think she has a lot of fans. A lot of fans. I'm one of her fans. But she has a song called Fairy Tale, but it's the way it's spelled though, fairy tales, right? Um, but yeah, so that's what fairies are. We're like fairy tales. Like, somebody could have um, been in a situation where they felt like something was just like a fairy tale. For them that just came to an abrupt ending, or, something like that. But she looks like you were linked to someone, like, hmm, Yeah, so somebody is here we have, like I said, somebody has love coming across their path. Yeah, somebody has love coming across their path, but you're forging a new path. When you make new choices, you create new results, let go of old patterns, and embrace the power of possibility. You are fully supported. You want to keep your vibrations high. You decide when you give of yourself freely, you expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or drain. Be genuine, give from your heart. No problem. You are not meant to struggle and fight your way through. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. One of a kind. From the moment you emerge into this world, you've already had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. No debate. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy. You're valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been, always will be. It's not up for debate. And life is a gift. Life is unfolding for you, so seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. It's time to cut out all the noise. Yeah. So, um, mhm. Yeah, somebody could be connected to somebody who has a very jealous spirit, who sees other people as competition and somehow projecting that onto you. The death card is like as morbid as death, it is, sounds like the ending of, y'all know what I'm saying? Like your version of an ending of something may not be the same as someone else's version of ending of something. Like if you're connected to a friend or something and they may feel a certain way about their job ending, but for you, you may be like, I'm finally glad that job is ending, not even with any malice in it. Just could be like, you know what? I'm getting ready to go operate in my purpose, right? And just move on. Somebody else may be like, I hate my job. They may, for them, it may settle in. It's like they hate their job. They may, think, let me go talk about the job. Like some people just move on. They like, okay, whatever, it's over. Next, you know. And so you're not judging anybody by how people handle things, but it's sort of saying, but when you're staying connected to it, it can have a chain reaction. That's what this number 8 looks like here. It can have a chain reaction in how you react to things and how you respond to things. And that's what Source is trying to tell you. When something closes out, how somebody else responds to something doesn't necessarily have to be yours, right? That's where you can go into prayer warrior mode. Like, man, they really taking something kind of hard, that their job ended or friendship ended or something ended for them, okay, I don't have to join, their pity party. I can pray for them, but yeah, so somebody's definitely not going back to something. Somebody's definitely not going back to being confused, right? Just going along with the flow. You got too many ideas moving forward. Somebody is very responsible. Somebody don't like feeling like they got the weight of the world on their shoulders. You like feeling balanced out. Yeah, you like feeling balanced out in your personal and your professional life. And that's where we're talking about justice. Like you like having a healthy work-life balance, right? So when you come in contact with people who just want to kind of like dump all of their whatever on you, you like, oh God, I got stuff to do, child. What is this? So anyway, let's get a chakra card and we're going to go ahead and close this out. Let's see what else is going on here. This is a general reading. Again, take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. But yeah, you're only a competition. That's what I say on all of my readings. Nobody is anybody's competition because we all were created in the image of source and we all have a specific assignment here. So the moment you start thinking you somebody else's competition or somebody else is yours, you're already behind. Crown chakra. There it is. Clean eating day. Fasting is excellent for crown chakra. But we all got to eat. So, how about devoting the next 24 hours to nourishing your crown through your stomach? Think whole, clean, think green veggies like spinach, carrots, broccoli, sweet potatoes, beets, and asparagus, low glycemic fruit like berries and oranges, organic bone broth to soothe your gut, and herb spices like garlic, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon to fight infection and inflammatory. Eat the rainbow, i.e., eat as many different color foods as you can. So, and don't forget to high five yourself when you're done, because every self-respecting grown-up deserves kid-like credit for doing something hard. Talking about crown chakra. Yeah. Clean eating day. That is what I have for somebody. But that is a relationship that you're in. Something has balanced out. Yeah, something is, like I said, balanced out. So that is what I have for you. But yeah, you'll be, um, cutting ties with anything that is trying to project, any friendships or whatever that has a chain to a particular belief system about something that prevents you from going through a rebirth, right? That prevents you from going through a rebirth. So that is what I have for you. All right. Bye.